Creation or evolution? This has been, and most likely always will be, a hot topic of debate. In this speech, I hope to show you facts that evolution does exist without putting down the theory of creation. No matter your race, religious beliefs, or upbringing, I'm sure that you all at one time have asked yourselves where we came from. According to the National Response Squad, 39% of Americans believe in evolution, while the other opinions vary. Evolution may not be the cause, but it played a substantial role in why we are all here today. First, we will get our hands dirty and dig up fossil evidence supporting evolution. Then we will clean up and magnify the facts of microevolution supporting the process of evolution. Now, to get our hands dirty with fossil evidence. Fossils are expansive evidence of species change over time. Vestiges appear in every species. According to Douglas Theobald, PhD, evolutionary vestiges are, technically, any diminished structure that previously had a greater physiological significance in an ancestor than at present. Humans have several types of vestiges and are more common than one might think. The most common and most widely shared vestiges in the human body are the appendix, the wisdom teeth, and the coccyx, or the tailbone. Under careful examination, animals also show evidence of vestiges. The most common and easily seen vestige in an animal is known as the snake nubbin. These are little nubs where limbs would be in previous animals before the snake was evolved. Atavisms are traits that reappear after a long period of extinction. Atavisms, a genetic fluke or means of support in DNA for evolution. According to Jim Murray of Ask a Scientist Biology Archives, some modern whales have hip bones in their flesh they don't use because they don't walk. They probably evolved from mammals that did walk. This example may seem very elementary and very obvious, but it is the small things like this that show the greatest means of support. Some other common atavisms in animals are horses that are being born with toes or horses born with stripes. And in humans, a very common atavism is humans born with an extended coccyx, which some are calling a tail. One strong means of support for the theory of evolution is fossil evidence. Through both atavisms and vestiges, we can see present examples of proof in evolution. Now, to clean up and magnify the facts of microevolution supporting the process of evolution. Microevolution is the smallest form of evolution, and only takes a matter of generations to become visible. One of the most common and most basic examples of microevolution is the resistance to penicillin, which was once known as the miracle drug. The history of penicillin. Alexander Fleming developed penicillin in 1928. He first used it to kill the bacteria which caused staph infection in humans. Penicillin was most commonly used during World War II when it was being mass-produced and used on troops overseas. At this time, it was dubbed the miracle drug. The resistance of bacteria to penicillin. According to Susan Strebel of webpub.alchemy.edu, penicillin resistance became evident in the 1940s. Bacteria can be resistant to penicillin in different ways. Some break down penicillin or make enzymes to disguise themselves from it. This shows microevolution because the bacteria adjusted to the penicillin and hid themselves from it. Therefore, it was no longer effective after a time of being effective, which caused the scientists to evolve penicillin itself. The latest form of penicillin is amoxicillin, which is still used today. Another example of microevolution in action is lactose tolerance. Lactose tolerance has developed in many cultures independently. According to Barry Evans of The Journal, over the past 10,000 years, mutations of lactose gene have arisen independently in those areas of the world where our ancestors herded milk-producing animals. The majority of babies are born with the ability to digest milk. This is because they receive their nourishment from their mothers in the form of milk. We are mammals, after all. But the minority of adults can continue to digest lactose when they grow older. That is, lactose tolerance is actually a mutation, and our bodies have learned to be able to handle the lactose as a means of nutrition throughout our whole lives. Through both lactose tolerance and the resistance to penicillin, we can see microevolution at work. Microevolution is one of the best visible examples of evolution because it has occurred so recently. Now that I have helped to magnify the facts of microevolution, I hope you all have seen evolution in a more realistic way. Evolution may not be the cause, but it played a substantial role in how and why we are all here today. After both dirtying our hands by digging up fossil evidence and magnifying the evidence of microevolution, I hope to have shown you facts that could persuade you into seeing that evolution does exist. Creation or evolution? I believe that both could coexist and that both